Hello and welcome to Let's Play Metal Gear Solid on the Sony PlayStation. I'm redoing this playthrough as I wasn't happy with the original one. So here we go again. I'm hoping to make each video roughly half an hour long. I'm going to show you both endings on normal difficulty, and then I might do extreme mode. But I'm a little rusty.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
The man with the same codename as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
And here we go again. So, new game and normal. So I'm going to show you both endings. I'll probably do the good ending first, the save Merrill ending first, and then I'll show you the not save Merrill ending second, and then I might do another extreme playthrough. I'm not very good at this game though, as you probably know, and I'm also very rusty at it to boot because I haven't played it in a long time. But I will try my best.
Stay alert. Can be through here. I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface. But make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, so I thought my original playthrough was a little bit too complainy, even for me. So I'm going to be less vocal about my complaints of the game in this one. But where necessary, I will still make those complaints. Okay, so there's a ration down here. Just nab that. There is a way to make... Oh.
Snake, you have to crawl to get through there. First, crouch down by pressing the crawl button, and then use the directional button to crawl in the direction you want.
Be careful, though. Crawling is slow and you can't attack when you're doing it either.
You can stand up by pressing the crawl button again.
As I was saying, there is a way to make Snake dive in the water over there, right there behind the chains, but we have to be on alert to do that. I'll see if I can show it, but I might lose some health. Yeah, so we have the cigarettes, Solid Snake's favourite brand. Smoking is hazardous to your health. If you do have a cigarette, the health goes down bit by bit until I think there's only 1 point of health left. I think that's how it works. And I don't think cigarettes take your health away in real life that quickly. But that's just how it works on the game. Magnifying scope. It's pretty much like a pair of binoculars. And then we get a ration. Okay. If we run across the water, it makes noise and the soldiers will hear us. I forgot to mention, I will be doing again the virtual reality training, the VR training. So I'll do that after I do the first 2 playthroughs before I do extreme mode, I think. I think I'll do it like that. Right, pretty much. Okay, let's test out the diving thing. Yes, there we go. Okay, that's that sorted. Anyway, I was going to say, at the bit where Liquid Snake is going up the lift there, he says, I know he'll be through here. Then why aren't they watching the water? You know, if you know he'll come through this way, then watch the water. Why are they not doing that? Anyway, there's another ration around. What we're doing here is we're waiting for a lift to come down. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. Okay, now we can take the lift up to the main area. Just want to get that that ration. Here it is. I think there's another ration behind the forklift. Let's go and nab that. Again, I am a little rusty at this game. Yeah, there it is. Okay, let's go for it. It's another cutscene where Solid Snake's face is revealed in all its glory. Yeah, so I'm going to make each video roughly about half an hour long. So that's how I'll do this. But I'm going to be a lot less complainy. I mean, I am a complainy person, I know that, but I was just too complainy in my original one. I just went off on so many tangents. And almost... Yeah, I think I did say I hated the game in my original playthrough. I think I went a bit too far there. I don't really hate this game. It's just that I used really to like it when I was about 15, 14 or 15, and playing it again, I can just see all the things wrong with it. But I still do like it to a degree, just not as much as I used to.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy, I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Behind D. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed. There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly a hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so... cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
How does that work?
If you want to get in,
Surely they'd all be sort of crumpled up.
it's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
What about the air duct near the door? There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Is it really that much more work to say COA than course of action? As I was saying, how does that work? So he smuggled his cigarettes, in his stomach. But even without the acid, how would he get them down there? Because he'd have to swallow them and that would get them all crumpled. And how would he get them out? I mean, how would he vomit them out without sort of crumpling them? And if there's no acid in the stomach, then how would there be any liquid to vomit them out with? I don't understand how that would work. Is that even possible? Anyway, yeah, I'll hold you to that, Doctor. No, you won't. Anyway, that's enough complaining. I usually go the top way. The top way gives a bit of extra story. There's a cutscene. The bottom way, you have to go through water, I think. You have to crawl through water. Anyway, enough of that. Right, first of all, there are some chaff grenades in the on the helipad thing. So let's nab them. If you let the I won't do that yet. If you let the spotlights touch you, you're immediately alerted. So you don't want to do that. Okay, here's a surveillance camera.
A surveillance camera?
There they are. Yeah, so the cameras don't see you if you just crawl here. Then everything's hunky-dory. Good. Okay, that's the vent that goes down, or rather takes the lower way. That will take you inside the tank hangar. But if you go that way, you won't be able to get a cutscene, so I won't go that way. Okay, the SOCOM pistol is in there. If you don't get the SOCOM pistol there, I think it's later on inside the tank hangar or something like that. I can't remember too well, but that's how it is. Anyway, let's go and get the SOCOM pistol. If you press X near there, then then he'll jump in. Anyway, there's the pistol, so we have a SOCOM now. If you use it without the suppressor, it will cause, or rather, it'll cause the guards to hear and they might be alerted. You don't really want to shoot guards anyway, because especially on harder modes, the bullets are sort of scarce, and it's a bit of a waste, really. And the guards only come back anyway when you leave and come back, so there's no point. If you're going to kill a guard, the best way to do it is to break their necks, if you ask me. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh no. Yeah, as soon as I started crossing it, I thought, oh yeah, there's something I shouldn't do here, and yeah. Yeah, that never works. As I said, I'm a little rusty at this. Yeah, so I'll do the VR training after I do the first 2 playthroughs. I'll do that, then I'll do extreme mode, I think. I did all the VR training on the Game Boy Color version. I'm still really pleased with that playthrough, so I'm not going to erase that one. Because I actually really like that game. I think the Game Boy Color version, in terms of the story and the playthrough, obviously the graphics aren't as good, obviously, but the story and the general gameplay of the Game Boy Color version of Metal Gear Solid, or Metal Gear Solid Ghost Babel, is much better than this version, if you ask me. I just think here there's not enough going on. I mean, there's just. The game is just too short. That's my opinion of this one. It's just too short. Whereas the Game Boy Color version had a lot more puzzles, and it made use of the hardware much better than this game makes use of the PlayStation hardware. Anyway, so we're heading up. Let's go now. Quick. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Okay, let's just go for it. Okay, we want to go in here. That's it. Go on then.
That base must have some kind of ventilation system to recirculate the air. There should be air ducts around there somewhere. They must need a lot of power to run the base. There's probably a diesel generator somewhere. And since generating electricity requires oxygen, there must be exhaust openings for that too. You're not gonna believe this, but they shot down the F-16s we were using as a diversion with a Hind D. Then we got a message from Liquid. He said if we try something like that again, he'll launch the nuke. Snake, hurry up and get in there. That Hind will be coming back soon.
I was actually intending to break that guard's neck, but if you press the direction button with the square button, Snake will do a throw rather than break the soldier's neck. If you want to break a neck, you have to be standing still. Yeah, so this is the top way. If you go the top way, which is the way I usually go, you'll get an extra cutscene. The conversation with Master still happens if you go the lower way, but you won't get the extra cutscene. I'll go the lower way next time, just to show you. Oh, here we go. Here's Master.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
Okay. Yes, we all know that's not really Master. If you press the triangle button near a gap in the vent, or some grating in the venting, this happens. It makes a noise. You go up really close like that. Okay, we're just heading over there now. Yeah, I've never played the GameCube remake of this game, Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. From what I've seen, it looks like a pretty decent remake, although I don't know why they wanted to remake it apart from the graphics, but because they added things that were in Metal Gear Solid 2, like hanging off a ledge or whatever, it made the game too short. You could just do loads and loads of shortcuts. But I've never played that game. I've never played on a GameCube, and I don't own a GameCube. Actually, no, I tell a lie. I have played a GameCube once, very briefly, but I don't own a GameCube. Although bizarrely, I do own a few GameCube games. I couldn't resist them. I picked them up in a charity shop. Anyway.
I moved the DARPA chief to the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell?
Did something happen?
There's an intruder.
Really?
He's already done 3 people.
He's killed 3 people?
Yeah. Say he's using stealth, too.
Stealth? There's an intruder besides me?
Anyway, I want you to increase the security detail on the chief.
Okay, so that's the cutscene that happens if you go the top way. Can't remember if there's a cutscene on the bottom. I don't think there is, but I'm pretty sure. Well, obviously this cutscene only occurs there if you go the top way. But you also have to go through water on the bottom way. Okay, we'll be going there soon. Yeah, so there's water on the bottom way. So you have to sort of hold your breath as you go through. I know the video's coming up to half an hour, but I'll play for a little. I will play for a little longer. Something in there that we need, because this video has been mostly cutscenes.
Press the action button to drop down.
Oh. Yeah, another complaint I have about this game, which I'll only mention here, is the number of codec calls. They just never leave you alone. It's just on and on and on. And there's no proper way of skipping them. You have to sort of keep button mashing to go through them. They just, especially later in the game, they're just on and on and on. Anyway, so I don't need another ration. Press the action button, which is circle. There we go. I love this music. It's really atmospheric.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
Okay, there's some more chaff grenades. Speaking of chaff grenades, okay, what we have here is we have a camera. On harder levels, there's a bloke walking around. Where is he? No, it's not on normal. Okay, that door is open now, even though that's security level 4 or 5. I can't remember what security number the door is, but pretty much we need security cards, and I think that one's a level 4, but it's open now, so you want to go in there now because that's how you get the thermal goggles. If you don't get them now, you have to wait until much later to get them, so it's very advisable that you get them now. Speaking of chaff grenades, let's use one. Chaff grenades are much rarer on harder difficulties. Yeah, that's a level 2. I don't trust myself with this one. Okay. Don't worry, there are loads of chaff grenades on this normal difficulty. There we go. Okay, that's the thermal goggles. We need them for later. They make the game much easier. If you don't, if you don't get them, you'll have to use the cigarettes, and they're a pain in the neck to use. That is a security door level 1. We don't have the card yet. We get that, I think, from the DARPA chief. I'll try to save the chaff grenade here. Unknown what's causing that black rectangle around the light on the camera. Must be a glitch. It's because I'm using EPSXE emulator. It's probably not the best emulator, but it's the one I know how to use. I'm not really big on PlayStation emulating. It's I don't normally emulate games unless I want to do a video of them. Well, emulate PlayStation games anyway. Other consoles like Game Boy and Master System, I always emulate them because I just can't be bothered to get the real consoles out and plug them all in. But PlayStation, I normally play that on a real PlayStation console unless I'm doing a video, in which case I have to use my laptop, which means I have to use an emulator. And EPSXE is the one I know how to use. I know it's not the best one and it's pretty old. I actually tried using the latest, well, not the latest, but a later version. I don't know if it's still the latest version of EPSXE, and it didn't work with this, so I'm using an earlier version of EPSXE to play this. Anyway, whoops, the way that the bottom vent would have taken you is there. If you just see that on the right of the tank there, that's where the bottom vent would have led. Uh-oh. Oh, that's close. Yes, so the tank on the turntable there, that's the one we're going to fight in a boss battle. We can actually hide underneath the tank if you want to, but there's nothing there. If you do hide underneath something and the guards know you're there, well, first of all, the radar doesn't seem to show up, but which is annoying. The guards will throw grenades there, so if you do get spotted here, the best thing to do is to hide in the air vent there, and then they can't sort of see you. I'm just going this way. Oh, that was close. There's also the door over there, but it's security level 1 again. Uh-oh. Quick, quick, quick. It's close. Yeah, there's some bullets there. The grabbing noise is sort of glitched a bit. It's not supposed to make that noise, but I don't know why it's not making the proper noise. Yeah. How could they miss me? I mean, I'm walking right by them. Are they absolutely blind? I mean, I have worked in an old people's home, and they are more aware than the old people, like in their 90s. I've spoken to people who are over 100, and they are more aware than the guards in this game. It is just beyond ludicrous how they don't spot people, just walking right by them. And you know. Anyway, I really need to press that lift button, then I'll save the game down there, really, because it's just awkward with the guards running around. Okay, I'll do it now. Press the circle button to do this. If you press it twice, it comes immediately. Otherwise, we have to wait. That's a little trick you can do. Okay, the buttons aren't being highlighted, which is another glitch I'll have to put up with. So I just pressed up and then pressed down once so I can go to the basement. Oh no, I accidentally went to the basement second level. Let's try this one. This should be basement 1. Yeah, here we go. Good. It's a bit worried there.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
Whoops, didn't mean to do that.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the...
Yes. Not yet. Come on, Snake, you can do it. People have moaned about... I keep pressing the wrong button. People have moaned about her accent. I personally couldn't give a monkeys about her accent. I'm not perpetually offended. I don't care. Oh no, she sounds like a stereotype. I could not give a monkeys. But my complaint about her accent is it's just annoying. Her voice is just annoying. You know, I don't care if it's offensive or not. I just find her voice very annoying. And it's always so cheery. I just don't like it. There is a way of glitching the game here. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, there we go.
Snake, if you want to go up or down a ladder, just press the action button by the ladder.
And they never say, in this game, they never say button. They always say button. I just can't bear that. It has a T in it. It's button. Why is that so hard to pronounce? Anyway, there is a glitch that you can do here. Yeah, this just leads to oblivion. There's nothing in there, but you can hide here from guards or whatever. I don't know. But there's a glitch. If you sort of stand up, you can sort of skip half the game and get all the way to where you're being tortured in the other bit. But yeah, we'll deal with that later. Anyway, let's just do a few codec calls.
Snake, if you...
Yes, yes. Game master.
Snake, you've got to think. Your mind is your most dangerous weapon. If things are getting too complicated, try to simplify your thoughts. You can also try calling Campbell for advice.
Okay, let's save the game. That'll be the end of part 1.
Look at the radar. It's picking up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Come on, Snake. You can do it.
Okay, so that's the end. Whoops, that's the end of part 1. Thanks for watching. Next video will be rescuing the DARPA tweet. Why did I nearly say the DARPA tweef? My apologies. We'll be rescuing the DARPA chief. There we go. Quote unquote. And yeah, carrying on with the game. Hope you don't mind me redoing this game, but as I said, I think I said this anyway, I deleted the videos a couple of months ago, and I actually didn't think anyone would notice, because I actually got a few nasty comments on those videos stating, oh no, you're wrong, the game is really good, and your videos are shit anyway, ha ha ha. Anyway, so I deleted the videos, not because of that, just because, in my opinion, I didn't like the playthrough. I was a little bit too complainy, a little bit too negative. So someone actually left a comment on one of my other videos stating, where did your really good videos of Metal Gear Solid go? And I thought, oh, someone did like them. So I responded and said, oh, I'll redo them in a couple of months, and here I am. Yeah, I don't mind about negative comments. If you don't like my videos, feel free to leave a negative comment. I didn't delete my Metal Gear Solid videos because I got negative comments on them. It's because I thought that they weren't good enough up to... In hindsight, I didn't think they were good. If you remember one of my videos, Heroes of the Lance on the Sega Master System, and I really moaned about Dungeons and Dragons because I just don't like it, and the silly names of the characters. I got some really nasty comments on that, saying, oh, you're wrong, and blah, 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 blah. And that video's still there, so I don't get rid of videos because of nasty comments. I've had nasty comments on other ones. If you have an opinion, by all means, feel free. All I say is don't make it personal. Don't be personal. I had some comments on the first game book I did, Warlock of Firetop Mountain. You know, I'd never read a book before on my channel. You know, not in real life, obviously, but I'd never done a game book on my channel before, and I didn't really know how to do it, and there was a lot of umming and ahhing and everything, and someone left a nasty comment on there. Can't remember if that's still there, but yeah, that video is still there. I might redo Warlock of Firetop Mountain at some point, I don't know, because I always wanted to explore the rest of the book, but you don't in the main playthrough, because the other bits don't lead to the end of the game. Anyway, enough of the tangents there. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you join me for the next part, etc., etc., and goodbye.